Hi, my name is Lauren Chapman, and this is my hair story. So, 5 or 6 years old is around the time I can remember, like, actually getting my hair styled. And I would have my hair, like, in a little twist with a barrette on the end. And that was my go to style from first to second grade until I just remember seeing, like, I remember it was like a book we had them do when it was someone's birthday in first grade, and I got my little birthday book, and everyone was drawing me like a strand up here, I did a strand right here, and it just kind of made me like look like Cynthia off of Rugrats. It was not a good feeling. And around the same time, my mom was like, "You're outgrowing that style anyway," and she put twists or braids in my hair. And I wore that from second to fifth grade. And throughout elementary school, one of my favorite things to do was flat iron my hair. My mom didn't let me do it too often because she didn't want my hair to be damaged. I usually only did it at special events. And sometimes if I took my protective style out, she would let me do it in between until I could get back, in between time until I could get back to the salon. But me loving flat iron my hair definitely became a problem when I got to middle school because I became a lot more insecure about my hair. As stated by in an analysis of the impact of Eurocentric concepts of beauty on the lives of African American women, written by Jackson Lauman in 2014, she noted how getting into the pool with a relaxer, which I didn't have, but I did have my hair flat ironed a lot. She would say that her and the other girls had to worry about their hair puffing up. And that wasn't just the issue with me in the pool, that was an issue me in general because I used to sweat for my hair. I still do. And when it would get hot outside, I would walk around with my hair flat ironed and it would look all pretty when I got to school. And by the time I left school, boom, I looked like a mushroom. And I used to hate it. There were times I used to come home with my hair looking like a mushroom. I used to just like sit in my room and cry because I'm like, why won't my hair stay down? I'm scared to get a relaxer, but I want flat iron hair. And this mentality mostly came from the fact that was around, I grew up in a white upper middle class neighborhood. I was one of the only black kids in my class. There might be three other black kids in my class. So I definitely didn't have any kind of black influence. I didn't have a lot of black influences going on because almost all the black girls in my class, they had their hair in braids as well. And I wasn't like a huge fan of braids, mostly for the fact that I didn't want to sit in the chair for like 6, 7 hours. I'm still like that. And I know in an article called Why African American Women Try to Attain Good Hair, written by Bellinger in 2007, she said that a lot of girls get relaxers around 6 to 8. And my mom was heavily against that. She had a cosmetology license, so she knew about hair, and she just refused to let me get a relaxer. And looking back on it, I'm very grateful she didn't let me get a relaxer, but it definitely made my middle school experience a little harder that I couldn't get one. Going and another issue at middle school is that I started caring a little bit more about boys like a lot of middle schoolers do. So in addition to me being scared of mean girls, I had guys that I wanted to impress. And of course, if you walked around with bad looking hair, a guy wasn't going to look in your direction. So that definitely became a point of insecurity for me that I just never felt confident in my hair. It was always an issue. In high school, my identity crisis kind of toned down a little bit. And I was still flat ironing my hair, but not nearly as much. I mostly just had my hair in like crochet type styles. There was like a braided bun style I used to wear all the time. It was like a period of time from freshman to sophomore year where I didn't care about my hair as much. Like, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I was like indifferent about it. Fast forward to junior, senior year, I COVID, of course, happened in 2020, which happened in my junior year. And I had a lot of time to contemplate about my hair and thinking about it. And during that time, I realized that my hair isn't as a big of a deal as I've been making it out to be. And at the end of the day, I shouldn't care what people think because my hair is a reflection of me. And I'm glad I was able to finally come to that realization. It took what, like 13 years, but I was happy I finally came to that realization. And in the article, Racialization and Identity Construction of Light-Skinned Black Womanhood, written by Botts in 2017, she recounts this woman named Eva who visits South Africa, and she has a realization similar to mine that she can do her hair however she wants it. If she wants it curly on Monday, that's fine. But if she wants it flat ironed by Friday, that's fine too. And that mentality carried over to college, where college was definitely, and still is, my experimental phase when it comes to hair. I started getting more advice from my cousins about how, my older cousins, on how they were doing their hair, and they gave me the advice back about what should I do. And I became very experimental. Like, I was doing leave outs, which weren't my favorite because, again, I sweat through my hair. But I was doing leave outs, and I was wearing an afro. College has been the most I've worn my afro out, and I still love to do it. It's just not easy to manage, so I don't do it as much. And I started wearing wigs. I was kind of anti-wig for a while because I used to think that, like, you had to put glue on it, and I was terrified. I don't want my edges gone. But I've definitely, as you can see, grown to love it. And for now, that's kind of what I'm rocking with, just a wig. But as I get older, my hair is going to change. If probably about 5 years from now, you're going to see something completely different, because even with the wigs now, I'm always experimenting on lengths, colors. Heck, I have a blonde wig I'm looking at right now. It's always changing. And that's the cool thing about hair. You can use it to express yourself, and you can let it be whatever you want it to be. And you shouldn't let a person change your opinion on it. So thank you for listening, and thank you for your time.